Hello everyone, it's Lindsay and I am back today with a Bible journaling process video, and I am working in Luke chapter 12 verses pretty much 22 all the way through 34. And I am super busy with all kinds of crazy Christmas stuff this week, and so I just wanted to sit down and do a really quick entry in my Bible. So to start with, I'm going to prep my page with some Art Basics clear gesso. I got this big huge tube of it from Michael's for about $10. And I'm going to be watercoloring with Distress Oxide inks, and these bleed through your page when you add water to them. I typically don't worry about bleed through, but I am really going to saturate this page with color, so I thought I'd go ahead and do some page prep. In the end, it ended up not being enough, but it is what it is. So I squirted out some of the gesso onto my page, and now I'm taking a paint card and just scraping that gesso around so I have a very thin layer of gesso. I'm going to go ahead and dry that. And then I did go ahead and add a second layer and then dried that as well. But I must have missed some places because I still had some bleed through, but that's okay. I have a piece of plastic packaging here off to the side, and I am just smushing these three colors down onto the plastic. I'm using broken china, worn lipstick, and fossilized amber. You could do the same thing with regular distress inks. I just really like the chalky or milkiness that you get with the oxides. So to begin with, I'm spraying my page, getting it very, very wet, and I'm just going to start adding color in with a wet paintbrush. So I'm just picking color up, dropping it into different places on my Bible page, and creating this kind of watercolor background here. So again, I'm working Luke chapter 12, starting in verse 22. And this is where Jesus is addressing his disciples in regards to being anxious. And he says, "And he said to his disciples, 'Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat, nor about your body, what you will put on. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothing. Consider the ravens, they neither sow nor reap, they have neither storehouse nor barn, and yet God feeds them. Of how much more value are you than the birds? And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life? If then you are not able to do as small a thing as that, why are you anxious about the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. But if God so clothes the grass, which is alive in the field today, and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O you of little faith? And do not seek what you are to eat and what you are to drink, nor be worried. For all the nations of the world seek after these things, and your Father knows that you need them. Instead, seek his kingdom, and these things will be added to you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell your possessions and give to the needy. Provide for yourselves with money bags that do not grow old, with a treasure in the heavens that does not fail, where no thief approaches and no moth destroys. For where your treasure is, there will be your heart also." And I just had some moments this last week of experiencing God's provision for my family. It's Christmas, so we all can relate to the crazy financial burden that can be. And I was starting to get stressed about how we're going to make everything work. And God just showed up again and again and again this week. In ways that can only be explained by him and his work. And I also want to just give a heartfelt thank you to every single one of you that supports me here on YouTube and supports me through my affiliate links. It's because of you that I was able to provide Christmas for my children this year. It was with that affiliate check that I was able to buy all of their gifts this year. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you for that, because it's not something that you have to do. And so just by shopping through those links, it doesn't cost any more to you, but I do earn a commission off the sales, and it just helps out tremendously. So thank you, thank you, thank you. God has just had some amazing ways of providing for my family, and I wanted to kind of record a little prayer of Thanksgiving here on this page. So I rounded out the painting with some ink splatters, and now I'm going to be adding a doily. So these are some white doilies from Michael's. And I'm using the Offset Alpha stamp set from Sonshine Stamp Co. This is one of the last stamp sets that are still available over there. They are in the process of transitioning over to digital content, and so stamp sets will not be replenished. So if there's something that you want, be sure to head on over there and pick it up. So I am saying the Lord Provide using the Broken China Distress Oxide ink for the solids, and then I go back in with the outlines using some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I love the variety of ways that you can use these alphas. You can use them just the outlines, just the solids, offset. I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can use them. So it's a great, great set. Now I'm going to go ahead and adhere this doily down to the page. I'm going to use some Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue. This one has a very fine tip applicator, so I'm able to kind of get into all the little pieces on this doily. And I'm only going to adhere half of it down to the page. That way I can still lift it up and read all of the text that's underneath this doily, so nothing will be covered up. And just stick that down. This glue is sticky when dry, so you just want to be sure to only use a very small amount. I'm going to finish it up with some crisscross washi tape from Illustrated Faith and Dayspring. I will have links to all of the products used today in the description box, so be sure to check that out. And head on over to the Sonshine Stamp Co blog, where you can see my blog post as well as the blog post from all the other girls and how they are using their Sonshine products. I'm going to top it off with a tab here from Illustrated Faith. This is actually from the Advent collection, so I'm kind of still have my Advent stuff on the desk, and so I'm going to finish up using some of those pieces here. And that is it for the entry today. Super, super simple. Be sure to leave any questions or comments down in the comments below the video. Give this video a thumbs up if you were inspired, and subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.